Hey guys, Drew up here, and welcome to the 8th video in our Let's Learning Java series. Now, today, we're going to be looking at the constructor. So we've mentioned it twice now about what it is, right? We used it here in our last program with our scanner. This is calling the scanner's constructor. It's constructing a scanner, right? Let's add a constructor to this class. I'm going to get rid of this. Actually, I'm going to show you how we can modify this a little bit here and make it so that everything doesn't have to be static, because everything being static is annoying, right? You don't want everything to be static. So I want it to be like this. But the problem is, right, if we get rid of the static and everything, we're left with we can't use the code here, right? So we have to put the code somewhere else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a constructor for our tutorial. To make a constructor for a class, you put public, and then you put the exact name of the class. Right? Tutorial is our class name, parentheses, and then your quote, your brackets. Now, a constructor has no type. It's not void, it's not int, it's nothing. This is a constructor. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come down here, I'm going to take all this code from our last video. I'm going to Control X, I'm going to put it in here. Right? So now it's all in our constructor. And we'll go down to our main method. And now in order to call this constructor, I have to make a new tutorial. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to say new tutorial. Okay? Now this may look a little weird, because you may think, well, don't we need like a tutorial object, call it tut equal to new tutorial? Well, yes, we can do that. But the thing is I don't need an object, right? This is called an anonymous object because it has no name. This has a name. It's called tut, right? This is an object with a name. This is an anonymous object. I don't care about its name because I'm not going to use it for anything else. I'm just going to say new tutorial, right? Now, if I wanted to, right, I could leave, I could actually do that tutorial, tut is equal to new tutorial. Now, what I could do now, I'm going to make these public because I need these to be public in order for them to be seen. I'm going to do that. All those are now public. I'm going to take this code actually out of constructor. And instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down here. And now whenever I make a call to these operators, right? So I have print, right? Print is part of our tutorial class. Now, I can't call this straight from here because it's not static, right? We got rid of the static. We can't just directly call print anymore. What I have to do is say tut.print, right? I have to reference my new object, tut, as our tutorial, and say tut.print, and tut.add, tut.print, that sub, right? I got to reference it, just like I referenced with my input. I made a scanner input object, called it input, and then I have to input .next to access the .next method. I put a dot. Same thing here, to put .print. And we do that for all of them, and it'll all work. Boom, boom. I can file, save, and compile this, and it'll run just like it did before, right, where we get a result. Because we're accessing through a tutorial method. Now, with our tutorial method, we could say, we could add parameters just like a normal method. So if I want to say system.out.println calling constructor, right? And this is our constructor. It's going to call our constructor. I don't need the text there, but we're just going to say that. Calling constructor. So the very first thing it'll do is it'll call the constructor, because that's the first thing that happens in our code. Right? Compile, calling constructor, right? It called this constructor because of this. Just think of it this way, you know how like .next, that's the method name. Well, tutorial, right? This is the exact method name of this right here. So that's what it's called. Okay? So that's the constructor that we're constructing our own object that we just made, our tutorial class. We can call a new tutorial inside of tutorial. And you can keep going forever like that. So yeah, hopefully that cleared up some things about the constructor. It's a little short video, but it's pretty simple topic. The constructor is just a method without a type that's named the exact same as the class it's in, and it's called when you create a new version of that, a new object. And then you can use that object to call methods inside of those objects. That's the main idea of object-oriented programming, which Java, C++ are object-oriented programming languages. So, hope this video was informative and helpful. Comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.